Alright guys, so this is Apple's most beautiful mouse and probably Apple's smartest mouse to date. And so on the top here you have this white plastic which feels a lot similar to the surface on the Mighty Mouse, which is now known as the Apple Mouse for copyright reasons. So you have this slick, smooth plastic surface which is all multi-touch from the Apple logo up. And then on the left side you have aluminum. On the right side, more aluminum, and on the bottom, aluminum. So this is basically a very aluminum unibody mouse. And so you have a tracking sensor here. You got your on and off switch. Then right up here, you don't know if you can see it that well, then you got an indicator light showing if the mouse is on and if it's connected. And then down here you have a little button which opens up this little plate right here that is inside these little plastic bumpers that this piece opens up and you can access the batteries. And so that's another thing, you got these plastic bumpers on here which help for you from scratching up your desk. So if you have a wooden desk or anything, you don't want to be sliding aluminum around all over the place. And it of course gives some room to have a button there and a switch without it being like tucked away somewhere. So, and they help it glide a lot easily. You can see I am, moving this, with lots of ease. And so, basically, you got, picture like a MacBook Pro trackpad right here. So this is your trackpad. And if you're familiar with the MacBook Pro trackpads, it is just like this where it's like, there's like no buttons. There's no button under the trackpad, which is kind of standard for trackpads. And it's all a button. So you use your fingers, of course, to track around the desktop, where you use this like a normal mouse. But you use your fingers on top for gestures and stuff like that. So basically with gestures, if you're in, let's say, Safari or your favorite browser, and you're on a web page, and you'd like to go back, all you have to do is you take your fingers and you just swipe them to the left. If you want to go forward, swipe them to the right. And that's another thing. Grip. Grip is a key feature on the Magic Mouse due to its very uniform curve, as you can see here. So, you definitely need to kind of get a feel for it and get a grip. Maybe you want to go to Best Buy, see how you like it in your hand first before you decide to buy it. So, then if you are, if you're scrolling on a web page, then you can use one finger scrolling, or you can use two finger scrolling. And then if you're an iPhoto, and you're looking at a photo and you need to zoom in, you can just pinch and zoom. Very similar to the MacBook Pro, gestures and stuff for the trackpad, but this doesn't feature some of those. The scrolling, let's talk about the scrolling. It has momentum scrolling, like if you're familiar on the iPhone and iPod Touch. When you scroll, the web page will keep going and eventually slow down, depending on how fast your finger left the surface, actually, or how fast it was moving on the surface. So, you can turn that on and off in the preferences. So, when you look at the Apple mouse, you can see, of course, in size comparison, this is more of a rounded mouse. It actually looks more like a mouse, and you have this little scroll ball on top, which was really handy because it served as a shortcut. Now, even though it had a pro to it, it also had a con. It would get stuck a lot. And if you'd been using a mouse for a while and your hands were kind of a little bit sweaty, it might start like jamming up in there, and you'd actually, to get it unstuck, you'd have to like take your finger and like pry at it and stuff like that until it would start to move, and then it would start working again. It was really annoying. And then you have these little side buttons which are pressure sensitive, and that would also activate a shortcut of your choice. And so it was really handy. This could open up Dashboard, this could open up Expose or Spaces or anything like that you wanted to customize it with. And let's do a size comparison right here. Of course, the Apple mouse is a lot more of a grip feel to it when you hold it. If you hold it like this, it fits in your hand. You actually are like holding it. It's in your hand. Where the Magic Mouse, if you develop the grip, if you develop a grip for it, you're usually going to end up like this instead of like this, because gestures are going to be a little bit awkward and a little bit, like, cramped. So you kind of rest your fingers in a bent position on the Magic Mouse, and then you can use the features and everything like that. Since there aren't these shortcut buttons, there is a tool on the web that allows you to edit your Magic Mouse to almost any way to make shortcuts. So I have it set up, so all I have to do is tap the surface. I don't even have to click it, and it opens up dashboard. I take 3 fingers, and I don't click, I lay them all down on there and let go, and it opens up application switcher. So I'm going to show you guys that program in a future video, and this is just for the overview of the mouse and kind of showing you guys really what you'll be getting. And it's really interesting what I discovered is if you look at it right there, it's actually see-through. You can see that the surface, the plastic itself isn't actually white, it's clear, and then under that plastic is the white. And if you go to a place, I think it's iFixit, and they have a breakdown of the Magic Mouse, and you can see where all the sensors are in there and stuff. It's really interesting. So, yeah, in a future video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can edit your Magic Mouse to do almost any shortcut or anything like that. And this has basically just been an overview of the Magic Mouse. I recommend it to any Mac user. Especially, it's really nice if you have a newer Mac because you don't have to get a Bluetooth little dongle to plug into your USB port. But yeah, I had this wired mouse for quite a while, all the way since June, and it's January now, and it's really nice to go wireless. I have a free USB port now that I can use whenever I want to, and this is just a really nice addition to your desk to go with your Macs, especially if you have like the aluminum iMac. It's going to match that because it's aluminum, and if you have the wireless keyboard, it's a very nice addition to that as well. So, all new iMacs are shipping with this mouse and a wireless keyboard, but if you have an older version, I highly recommend you upgrade to this. It retails for about $70. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but it's going to be worth it in the end. And a lot of people were complaining about this at the beginning when it first launched because of its size and how small it is, and people were like, oh, you're going to get carpal tunnel and all this stuff. But I think it all depends on how you grip it, and people just wanted something to complain about. When a new product comes out, somebody has to complain about something. But that's enough of me rambling. I just wanted to give you guys an overview of the Magic Mouse. And you can visit the website, TheGeekWire.net, where this video will be posted, where we have blog posts, video posts. Sometimes we even do a live stream, and even some tech news now and then. And so, I thank you guys for watching. I thank you guys for listening. And remember to keep on geeking.